Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Bravo winners, the OVDIEO High School Varsity Lions Band.
I used to have like an hour and 58. I'll be able to take 2 hours.
Yeah, we're good.
That's what would have to happen.
Yeah.
Behind you in here. No, he's not. Where'd he go to get something to eat?
Right here.
These women and family, football fans, ladies and gentlemen, it's none other than your Raymond High School band, brought to you by the best. Superior rated surpassed the test, and shows up better than the rest. Under the direction of the incomparable Mr. Johnny B. Smith, assistant to our clients, director of Lady Bucks, Michelle and 23 runs by the Mountain.
Earlier you saw the band from Oviedo High School. Now you're watching the Mainland Buccaneers. Halftime performance continues. We'll be back with some thoughts on the first half in just a minute.
Has Coco got any studs? Yeah. Score off their block punt. Wasn't that the one?
Yes, that was Houston, wasn't it?
I think, but I don't know. I can't remember.
Remember they lost. Remember where it lost on down?
Yes, on that block punt, they turned it over on downs.
So nobody's capitalized on a turnover tonight, really.
All right, let's go. Welcome back to Municipal Stadium. Larry Kelly Field, Billy Gahagan, Steve Allen, and Rocky Yoakum. Mainland leads Oviedo by a score of 18-0 as the Mainland band and dancers leave the field, and flag corps for that matter. The teams are warming up. First half, all Mainland, 18-0. Oviedo punted 3 times. They threw an interception. They fumbled the ball. Mainland, all Mainland. Coach Yoakum, in the first half, Oviedo just didn't take advantage of their opportunities.
No, they weren't able to convert any of those turnovers into points. And if you can ever get a short field against Mainland, you must take advantage of it because you're not going to get very many of those. And as you mentioned earlier, that I had talked to a high school phenom investigator, that they haven't been scored on in the second half. So you know, Oviedo has their work cut out for them.
And Coach Allen, that's one of the things that we touched on early, and we even said something during the halftime. For all intents and purposes, this game's over, 18-0. Mainland's going to score, and Oviedo isn't because Mainland doesn't give up points.
Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor?
Was it over?
I don't want to be a complete history buff here, but it was Japan that bombed Pearl Harbor.
Well, thanks for pointing that out, but they didn't write that line into Animal House. That's how they wrote it, Coach.
Well, you can see I've lived a very sheltered life.
They do.
When the going gets tough, let's not get going. Sorry.
That's okay. Hey, we're just trying to liven it up a little bit. It's going to be tough sledding. Nobody scored any points on Mainland in the second half, and conventional wisdom would say that Oviedo could score any points in the first half with 3 turnovers. Their opportunities are going to be limited in the second half. So it's looking pretty good for the Buccaneers. Not the most eventful game that we've had this year, but it's not a running clock.
Not very many penalties.
Not very many penalties. We still have the injury thing there that I think that Mainland's going to have to deal with moving forward, not so much necessarily in this ball game, but down the road, because I just really believe those are difference makers that went down for them tonight, and I'll be interested to see the severity of those injuries.
Mainland won the toss in the first half. They elected to defer. That means they're going to receive to start the second half. The Buccaneers will send Killens, Taylor, and maybe Tyree Bostic.
Onside?
Absolutely. Set the tone right now. Kick is up. It's deep.
Kicking it.
They're going to just kick it right out of bounds.
Yep, and not have to worry about it. And just not even deal with it.
Mainland will force these guys to kick it again. Right? Right? Yes, they will.
I like to do that. I would do that every chance that I had to do it.
But, the thing is, as we all know, Mainland takes so much pride on special teams, they're not going to be cheated out of an opportunity to have the ball kicked.
Oh, no, this is an offensive play for them. And they believe that, and I think that if any of us three were coaching on that staff, we would probably feel the same with the level of skill and talent and speed that they have.
Well, you can't keep kicking it out of bounds. Eventually you're going to have to keep it in. So, the re-kick by Zach Bastien will occur from his 35-yard line. Wow.
I guess that's why.
Probably should have done that the first time. Fielded at the 4. That's Killens.
Bye-bye.
And that's a house call. That's not Killens. I apologize. That is Wilford Taylor. One tackler away from making this a 24-0 game.
Wilford Taylor has stepped up as he's going to need to, but he's stepped up in the absence of Hannah.
He certainly has, and he's just another guy with great speed. Haven't heard much about him, but he can flat run.
1st and 10, Buccaneers from their 44-yard line. Oviedo will play somebody in the middle of the field. They'll just be 10 yards back.
They're hedging like they want to bring it.
Houston with Adrian Killens in the backfield. Houston looks to his right, throws to the deep receiver. That was intended for number 27, Jaquan Williams, in and out of his hands, 2nd down and 10.
Jaquan Williams, also a senior.
Killens on the carry. He's going to be brought down immediately by Jarvis Green after a pickup of 4 on the play.
Offensive line's getting a little push there against the Oviedo defensive front that time.
Third down and 7 for the Buccaneers.
This has been sprint out pass a lot tonight on 3rd and over 5 yards.
That's Will Collins on the reception. Plenty of yards for the first down. It'll be Mainland ball in the Oviedo territory at the 40-yard line.
It's the first time tonight, Terry Howard hadn't come to balance and made a great tackle. He just kind of threw an arm out there that time. He could have limited that. He actually could have put a pretty good blow on him.
Killens on the carry, comes near side, has one guy to beat.
Flag down.
Taken down by Terry Howard and Jarvis Green. We have a flag on the play.
Bringing it back to the tight end side there. You know, you don't see that set a lot, Coach. You don't see just straight trips with the tight end a lot anymore.
No, you don't.
You know, the Canes used to, Dennis Erickson and that group, they made it out in Oregon, I guess, is where they started. They made that big.
Well, it definitely puts another gap in the front to have to defend there.
First and 12 for the Buccaneers. From the Oviedo 42, Houston.
Well played by Oviedo. They've got to make a tackle. That's about as good as you can play it, Coach. And they were there just so fast.
Wilfred Taylor avoids 3 tacklers, finally steps out of bounds.
Yeah, he was there. The corner came up, turned the thing back in. The linebackers were pursuing, but just a step late. Step behind the speed of the Bucks.
Some big names in their class, guys. Mainland, Central, Armwood, St. Augustine, Lake City, Columbia. Be interested to see some of those matchups as the playoffs get underway. Wow.
Killens on the carry, has blockers in front of him. He's going to come near side and get pushed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Pushed out of bounds by Henry Reese.
It's too easy.
It is, and you can sure see Killens make a difference when he's in the game.
He certainly does.
I'm sure there was a lesson being taught by him not playing early tonight, and hopefully he learned it. But he's got all the tools.
Stand corrected. That was Matt Denon on the push.
They don't have enough guys over here, Coach. Over top of the 3, they're going to flip it out here and just run. Just throw it to him. There you go.
Quick strike thrown. That's Wilfred Taylor.
Been impressed with some recognition stuff tonight. They've gotten themselves into some good calls based on what they've been given.
Second down and 6 for the Bucks from the Oviedo 13.
I go back to the difference between the hurry up and the no huddle. This is no huddle. It's not hurry up.
This is kind of what we started doing back in the 90s, was just getting up and trying to see what the defense could give us.
Houston fakes it to Killens, throws to the corner of the end zone. Just a little too far. Intended receiver was Will Collins.
Needs to put that a little closer to the back pylon of the end zone. A little more air under it.
Be third down for the Bucks.
If I was coaching Denzel Houston, I'd be a good quarterback coach.
Absolutely, and Coach Gahagan and I talked about in week 1 when we had these guys, the potential down the road for him at the quarterback position, and I really believe he can play quarterback. I don't think that he's one of those guys that's going to get moved out into kind of athletic status. I think it comes out of his hand too good to not give this kid a chance. I'd like to see his physical maturation and where that's going to end up, and how tall he's going to be, how strong he's going to be. But he's got the tools.
There was a flag on the play. I didn't see what it was, but it went against OVDIEO. So it's
I didn't see it either,
second
Coach.
down and 1, or even shorter than that for Mainland from the OVDIEO 9-yard line. Actually, are they calling it first and goal? They got to call it first and goal. It's going to dump the ball off near side to Killens. Killens going to take it down to the OVDIEO 2-yard line.
I guess
Terry Howard's been a busy man.
I'm not quite sure what went on there.
He's been a busy guy tonight. He's been in on many plays out there, and I tell you, he's done a good job. All but one, he's made the play.
we have another first down, don't we?
So it's first and goal, because it was first and
About a foot.
and now we're first and goal. A1 in the house. Hey. There he is again.
Hey.
What we're going to say is here for a second time this evening.
His mom's going to be disappointed.
Oh, Tony Kemp. Sit still, big guy. That's intentional. That's the same spot he jumped from last time. So it's now first and goal for Mainland from the OVDIEO 13-yard line, 12-yard line rather. 8:30 and counting in the third quarter. Mainland leading OVDIEO 18-0. Killens takes it down to the 2-yard line, where it'll be third and goal.
I like the way Killens just makes one cut and lives with it.
Yeah.
No matter what he's got, he stretches it, sees the crease, puts his foot in the ground, and just runs for the goal line.
And Coach, I think it's instinctive, but at the same time, it's also a learned response, because he plays against fast guys every day. Growing up in Pop Warner, he's played against fast guys. He knows you can't just jump outside, and that just helps the defense a lot, especially in this part of the field.
Get an offsides.
Been a fairly uneventful night for the A1 officials. We're getting them a little bit more involved than I would like to see.
Encroachment called against the Lions. Remains third and goal, just a little bit closer for the Buccaneers. Killens takes the ball over left side, scores from a yard out. Mainland's now up 24-0 with the point after coming.
Excuse me, guys.
Baudette in to attempt the point after for the Buccaneers. This kick is up, and it's good. 7:21 remaining in the third quarter. Mainland comfortably ahead, 25-0 over Mainland. Welcome back to Municipal Stadium. Larry Kelly Field, Billy Gahagan, I think. Steve Allen and Rocky Yoakum. Where it's the Mainland Buccaneers leading the Buccaneers of Mainland 25-0. Mainland over Oviedo 25-0. Baudette set to kick off from his 40-yard line. It'll be fielded at the 9-yard line. Yeah. Terry Howard on the return. Gets up to the 21-yard line where it'll be Oviedo ball. The Lions have got to obviously get things going, but I don't know. If they're flat, I don't know. If Mainland's flat, it's hard to say the team's flat with up 25-0.
The fans are flat, that's for sure. They're just kind of visiting things over. But, you know, Mainland's one thing they had to stop, their defense had to talk about was how to stop the quarterback on that fake stretch run by the back. And other than that, they just really haven't been pushed much tonight.
I think you saw a little bit of that when they scored the touchdown. You know, he's there kind of by himself. You know, nobody came to congratulate him.
Carbone making things happen, comes near side, breaks a lot of tacklers, ends up going out of bounds at the Oviedo sideline, picks up enough yards for a first down, and no flags on the play.
Hallelujah.
Coach, I'd like to see the American Heritage quarterback in some of these schemes.
I agree. American Heritage, a couple weeks ago, folks, they had great athletes, but it was all straight line runs. Just either run as fast as you could to the side or run as far down the field as you could.
Right.
There seems to be a lot of good scheming going on by the Lions here tonight.
Torrance Gibson just a shade faster than Mr. Carbone, but let's see if the Lions can put something together here.
1st and 10, Lions from their 49-yard line. Carbone again on the carry to come near side. He's got a guy to beat, and he'll be taken out of bounds by number 4, Cyrus Fagan.
Cyrus showed some smarts there, not getting a horse collar tackle. He had hold the back of the shoulder pads and certainly could have slung him down in the years past. I believe the Bucs would have done that, but showed some good sense there.
Absolutely. I was thinking the exact same thing. I was waiting on the sling.
1st and 10, Lions from the Mainland 37-yard line. Oviedo looking to become the first team all year long to score in the second half against the Buccaneers. Carbone and Green in the backfield. Carbone's going to call his number again and go absolutely nowhere. In on the stop is Tyree Bostic.
Kind of 3 quarterback draws in a row and run it till they stop it. Well, they stopped it, so we'll see if they throw the swing pass. They start that play each time with a little fake bubble screen to the running back, and then the quarterback just ducks up inside, and 2 out of 3 times great success with it.
And that was Marcus Brunson on the stop.
Coach, who was the Brunson that played for you?
It's a good question. Let Coach Gahagan answer that.
Marcus Brunson.
It was Marcus.
That was back in the late 90s. That was with the Johnny Harts and the Sammy Gahagans. I had to throw that in. And you had Candidate, you had Howard, you had Johnny Hart. And I want to say that Marcus Brunson was also part of that. I think he was younger. He might have been in the Patel.
I'm sure that Sammy Gahagan guy was a baller.
A butter baller. 25-0. Mainland leads Oviedo. We'll be right back. 25-0, Mainland leading Oviedo. The Lions on a drive. 2nd and 10. Carbone's going to throw it out near side just past the outstretched arms of Jarrell Green. It's probably a good thing he didn't come down with that reception.
Well, I don't think Jarrell's arms were stretched quite that far. He had kind of, they call it alligator arms. Is that what they call that?
Yes, sir. Still call that, right?
Yeah, I think so. But that was one of those, I think I can feel a linebacker coming. We must have a water break.
Yeah, or a television timeout. It's hard to say what's going on here, but
it is hard to say.
Just under 6 minutes to go, 25-0. Mainland leading Oviedo. Oviedo with a 3rd and 10.
That's 6 minutes to go in the third quarter.
What did I say again?
Just 6 minutes to go. I'm not trying to do your job. You
no,
understand?
But you're all
you do it better than anybody I know.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I concur, better than anybody I've done this with.
Okay. Really? Oviedo better get this play off quickly because there's only 6 seconds left on the play clock.
So much left of Billy we can get on this.
Small doses.
Change.
Small doses. I'm just wondering, are they going to have a parade in Oviedo if the Lions are to find the end zone tonight and break the streak of 6 games for Mainland?
Sons of Anarchy have joined us.
Well, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's game.
Let's do that.
Homecoming for Seabreeze, and they're taking on Cocoa Beach. Ooh. Coach Allen, you probably know a lot more than most of us about Cocoa Beach. What can we expect tomorrow?
Well, from what I understand, I've not seen them yet this year. You know they've got tremendous athletes. You know that Coach Wilkinson will have them very well coached up. They'll be flying around on defense. But I think one of the differences in the Cocoa team that we're going to see is I think they've gone away from some of their traditional offensive stuff, which was pretty basic. And there's no reason not to be basic if you've got great kids and you're coaching them up. But I think that they've spread the field a little bit more, and I think what we'll see is them utilizing their athletes in a little different way than we may have seen in years past, and that's, nothing short of scary, Coach.
That's really scary. I can remember when I first came to Florida and seeing Cocoa play 30 years ago, and they had kids that could just run as well as anybody at great size, and I thought if anybody ever gets them lined out, and I believe Gerald Odom might have been the first one. Did Gerald come down there and coach them a little bit?
I
think
he might have.
Off of that staff did, and then in the last 6 or 7 years, they've been phenomenal.
It reminded me a lot. That job reminds me a lot of the Seminole job, the Sanford Seminole job. Just kind of a lot of untapped talent.
Here come the Buccaneers. Carbone's going to look to throw the ball deep. He's going to throw it late. Across the middle of the field, it's going to fall incomplete. Coach Yoakum talking again about tomorrow. This is not the Seabreeze High School that a lot of people are used to seeing.
No, I read some things in the paper about the possibility of getting their quarterback back. I don't think he'll play tomorrow night, but they still have their playoff hopes alive. They're in awfully tough for homecoming tomorrow night against Cocoa, the Cocoa Tigers, as opposed to the Cocoa Beach Minutemen. And the Tigers are certainly a fine football team.
Well, it doesn't get any easier for Seabreeze, although they do have to play Deltona the following week, but then they have to see these same Buccaneers on Halloween night. So
yeah, that's going to be ghoulish, to say the least.
A lot of treating. Very, very few tricks and a lot of treats.
I think I might save my quarterback's been out this long. I think I might let him bypass this week and come back next week and just make sure.
And as an old Seabreeze coach, I might have to break out a Halloween costume for that night.
I'm willing to pay to see that one. 1st and 10, Oviedo from the Mainland 22-yard line. Carbone. Wow. He's going to give the ball off to Green, and Green's going to take a 3-yard loss. First guy there is number 10, Ja'Kai Polite for the Buccaneers.
I see Coach Beach in attendance here with the New Smyrna staff over here scouting the game, and I'm pretty sure that he's probably not looking forward to that Halloween day a whole lot.
Well, we'll have to check with him on that.
Coach, I'm not necessarily sure he's looking forward to tomorrow night against Cocoa Beach. Cocoa.
I'm certain he's not, and that's 4, by the way.
All four in the same game, in the same drive.
Uncostas-like.
Carbone.
Get down, young
Try
man.
to avoid a tackle and get upended at the 17, at the 18-yard line of Mainland. It'll be third down.
I believe they're in 4-down territory here. I can't imagine that they'd kick a field goal. I think they'd have to go ahead and try to score if they can.
It'll be 3rd and 6 for the Lions. 4:15 and counting in the third quarter. Mainland leading Oviedo 25-0.
Back is coming.
Here come the Bucks. Option. Carbone's going to keep it. Come near side. Get brought down.
Right at the first down marker. Going to depend upon the spot.
Cyrus Fagan on the stop.
Coach, here's your 4-down territory. I think they just made it an absolute there.
Will it be the quarterback counter? Will it be the quarterback draw? Or will it be...
How about the dump, Coach?
It could be the dump. The quarterback is really, they've shut Green down. The quarterback's been the man. He's going to be under center for this play.
Well, you can guarantee it's going to be a pin your ears back and come as well for the Mainland defense.
And we've got a flag
Offsides
down.
against Mainland.
Oh, they lined up offsides, guys.
Being called for that is Javian Williams, the guy who's in for the injured Miko Dotson.
There was a corner lined up offsides?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
The scoreless second half streak is on the line. 1st and goal, Oviedo. From the 8-yard line of Mainland.
4 downs to get 8 yards.
Speed option. Toss.
Carbone. Quick toss to Nate Anderson. He's going to take the ball down to just outside the 5-yard line where it's going to be 2nd and goal, Oviedo. Checking back into the game is Jarrell Green. Buccaneers making some substitutions of their own. 2nd and goal. Here come the Buccaneers. There goes Carbone. Kevin McCrary almost had himself a nice tackle.
The operation there that's just not smooth enough. Yeah.
Not the best pitch relationship, and
made the back stop for it. The back did a good job of getting what he could get out of that, because once it breaks down and gets slow against these guys, it's like a feeding frenzy.
No gain on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal for the Lions. Carbone will keep it himself and gets smacked in the teeth.
Number 16, Coach Gahagan.
Marcus Brunson. Hello. Field goal, no sir, we're going to go for it. Checking into the game for the Buccaneers is number 74, Eltonio Benyon. And he'll check out just as quickly as he checked in. Avery Walker is coming out.
Streaks on the line, Coach Gahagan, right here.
Yes, sir. Overthrows Harris Cannon. I don't know that he catches that ball anyway.
A lot of traffic around him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Turnover on downs. Mainland will start from their 6-yard line. 43 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Coach, I got to tell you, I'm a little surprised that we didn't see a little more of the sprinkling of some of the wing T stuff, just some of the misdirection stuff to maybe counter some of Mainland's speed, and we've not seen that. Not that some of the things that we've seen haven't been well devised. There's just so much speed on the field for the guys in blue.
Lions showing blitz, pull back out.
Good tackle.
Little wrap play.
Just put that wherever you want.
You saw that, didn't you?
Heard it. Gain of 2 on the plate. 2nd down and 8 for the Buccaneers.
They don't have to snap this if they don't want to. But I think
we're going to.
But I think they want to.
That's Wilford Taylor. Across the middle, enough yards for a first down, and that'll take us to the 4th quarter.
We've got a holding
Flags on
call.
the flag.
A pink flag.
Good throw and catch, and another great tackle by Terry Howard in the open field. Probably saves a touchdown.
Yeah, it wasn't that shallow of a cross, but a crossing route right there, and the quarterback led him, put it right on the numbers, and you hate to think from their own 15 it's a touchdown saving tackle, but it probably was. But it would have come back anyway because of the hold.
So we're going to play 2nd down all over again. No time on the clock.
I am amazed. I
You
always
and me both.
thought untimed
You and me
downs
both.
were on the defense, but that must be a new rule change since the 1800s because when I grew up learning it was untimed down if the penalty was on the defense. This is 2 weeks in a row we've seen A1 officials call it the other way.
Curl route out here, it's what I'm looking for.
Houston from his own end zone. They're going to get a delay game call. 4, 3, 2. That's impressive. Houston going to dump it off to Killens near side. He's got a blocker in front of him. And the defensive back for Oviedo steps off his block, makes the tackle. That's Matt Denon. That will definitely bring to a close the 3rd quarter. Mainland leading Oviedo 25-0. When we come back, we'll have the start of the 4th quarter. Welcome back to Municipal Stadium, Larry Kelly Field. Billy Gahagan, Steve Allen, and Rocky Yoakum. Mainland leads Oviedo by a score of 25-0. It's the start of the fourth quarter. Mainland has the ball 1st and 10 from their own 17-yard line.
Oviedo's got lined up with 7 across deep. Now they're going to walk back a little bit out. It looks.
Houston going to throw a middle screen. That's
Nice
going to be sniffed
play.
out right away.
Sure was.
Nice play by numbers. 5 or 6.
I think it's Jarvis Green on the stop. Loss on the play will bring up 2nd down and 12 for the Buccaneers.
I know there's still a ways to go in this thing, but you got to give Oviedo a little bit of credit. They forced 3 turnovers. This is a team that averages 46 points a game.
Houston's pass is caught by number 24. That's Randy Baker.
Short gain on the play, and the clock's going to continue to run. 3rd down.
Houston under pressure.
That's a fumble. Here comes a touchdown.
How about that? Oviedo's going to score the first points in the second half.
4. Drew Lazaration. I didn't even get to see who came up with the sack. I think that was number 7, maybe.
Sure, we'll get a good replay from Mr. Discoli here.
After the extra point, we'll see a replay, guys.
Fourth turnover that Oviedo's forced, and the first time that they've capitalized in any way, shape, or form as far as points go off that coach.
Point after is up, and it's good. Mainland now leads Oviedo by a score of 7.
Couldn't tell if it was 5. We've got an edge blitz there off the outside. He just beats him around the corner.
Now do we have an onside kick?
We should have an onside kick every time.
Just for excitement's sake.
Who coaches up the kickers?
That'd be me. That would be you.
25-7. Oviedo cuts into the Mainland lead. 10:30 to go in the fourth quarter.
I think moving forward, we've talked about it a little bit tonight, but the Dotson, Hannah, Gilliard injuries and their status moving forward, I think is going to be key to Mainland's, stretch run.
Without a doubt. Mainland might be able to play with most of the people on their regular schedule, but when it gets into the serious business of the state playoffs, they're going to need all those guys.
Yes, sir. Again, we bring up names like St. Augustine, Miami Central, Armwood, Lake City, Columbia. All with talent, coaching, and tradition. Those are good. That's the trifecta.
Bastine puts his foot into it, gets it to the end zone. That's not going to be returned. Mainland will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
They must be trying to set up another scoop and score.
The Mainland faithful are stunned.
There's not as many of the Mainland faithful on this Thursday night as there were last week.
Did they play them on a Thursday too? Yeah. Yes, they did. No, they played them on a Friday. See how Mainland's offense answers.
I think they'll answer with a run.
That's Killens on the carry.
That's what Oviedo thought too.
Yes, sir.
Good call.
Nice stop right there, 67. He hasn't had his name called very many times tonight, or his number called, but big, strong kid inside, hard to block.
He'll be, that's Alec Schreiber taking his, or Schreiner rather, taking his talents a little further north.
To Morgantown.
2nd and 10 for the Buccaneers from their 20-yard line.
Ball.
I'll tell you
And
what,
Oviedo
boys,
has
Oviedo's
recovered.
got it. That'd be 5, man.
That's number 67 on the recovery.
He wanted to make sure that since we hadn't called his name, Coach, he's going to
That's
get in
it.
it.
He's done a couple big things here in this series.
Again, down this stretch run, there's some things that we talked about last week with the penalties that Mainland's going to have to alleviate. And tonight we've got, fumble, interception, out on downs, a scoop and score, and now another fumble deep in their territory. That you can't give it to the other team 5 times and hope to win every week.
First and 10. Oviedo. Carbone's going to keep it.
He's got to go up in right there.
Stiff arms one defender.
He's gonna
Bounces off a second. And he's taken out of bounds.
He's going to get 2 or 3 extra yards right there if he just puts his foot in the ground and goes north and south and lives with it. That guy's just kind of sitting there coming to balance and really wanted him to go outside.
Another Mainland player shaking up on the play, but he hops up. He's got a little
Hitch in
limp.
his, got a little hitch in his get
giddy
along.
up. Yep. Is that what it is? Hitching his get along or hitching
That's what.
his giddy up?
Well, that's the way I learned it. I'm not sure. Then I learned that Japan bombed Pearl Harbor too. So
Yeah, so you could be way off.
I could say, you could say, I don't know. Come here from Sikkim.
We're just a little.
I still say that one.
We're histrionic tonight.
That's Cyrus Fagan, guys. That's got a little limp.
Oh,
okay. Just take that wherever you want.
Direct snap to the tailback.
Reminded a little bit, Coach Yoakum, of a game that we had at Flagler Palm Coast, and you brought our Barracudas up there and beat on us. And we had a jet motion, and we were just going to run him by, and they snapped the ball to him, and he took it to the house. And the first thing after the game you asked me was, I just have to know, was that a planned play? But I've never seen anything like it. I couldn't have planned that.
The timing on the snap was perfect,
It was
Coach.
perfect.
I think you're being modest.
3rd and long for Oviedo. We're going to come near side. He's got a receiver open
Sure
in the
does.
corner of the end zone.
Touchdown.
Waiting for the signal touchdown.
Guess what?
Carbone
That's 2
to
scores.
Chase Kingsley.
How about it? How about the Lions not giving up and staying in this ball game?
McCurry's trying to call incomplete in the middle of the field.
Absolutely no way.
Well, we can't go to NFL in the New York but we can go to the replay. They got a little wheel route going, and they rubbed them off. Touchdown.
You got to put in.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if he held on to the ball.
Yeah.
He's in, but they're calling.
They've already called it. They can't not call it.
They're calling incomplete.
What?
Bringing it back.
What? I'm not sure, Coach, how that can be. How you can call it one way and then change the call because someone didn't like it. Once again, the A1 officials introducing themselves to the visiting.
Horrible.
Coach, the A1 officials introducing himself to the visiting coach. Wow.
Absolutely horrendous was that call. It'll be 4th down. Here's the replay. Nope, we're going for the field goal first. We're going to give this a 33-yard field goal attempt, 34 yards. Mainland jumps off sides. All right. False start against Oviedo. You got to be kidding me. Here's that play that they just called touchdown. And
I know he's going to get his foot in. I'm just watching the ball here.
Oh, the ball was, I don't know if you guys saw it, but the ball
I did see the
bounced
ball
all the way out. But I thought his foot came down first. I don't know.
There was a man down there standing much closer than we are to it with his hands raised.
Oh, he drilled that. No good. Wide right. Mainland dodges a bullet. They keep their 25-7 lead over Oviedo. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Municipal Stadium, Larry Kelly Field. Billy Gahagan, Steve Allen, and Rocky Yoakum. Mainland with a 25-7 lead over Oviedo. 7:58 remaining in the contest. And that's Adrian Killings. And there's nobody in this area that's going to stop him. 10-5, touchdown. Touchdown, Mainland High School.
What a huge turn of events. Not that in the outcome of the game, but just in how it's going to appear, you know, in the newspaper tomorrow and score-wise. Kind of like
80-yard touchdown run, guys.
Kind of like last week, I was talking to somebody today, and they said it looked like Mainland pretty much handled American Heritage, you know, and I said it wasn't like that.
That's breakaway speed there.
Absolutely it, Coach. Wow. Fagan is going to throw the ball to the back corner of the end zone. And that's a two-point conversion. Ty Polite on the reception.
You said we'd be calling his name a lot.
Yes,
tonight.
I did. I didn't realize it was going to be on the offensive side of the ball. I don't understand that one, but that's why I'm up here. 33-7. Mainland leads Oviedo, 7:45 remaining in the game, and
pretty good spot.
That's enough for some of the fans to call it a night. Fans calling it a night. Well, Mainland, I think, are they on the road next week? They go Mainland. Mainland goes, yes, they are on the road. They go to New Smyrna Beach in a district contest. Obviously, the old school thought, Coach Yoakum, I thought was you don't want to show everybody everything because they're going to get filmed, but obviously they're not too worried about New Smyrna Beach. They're just showing, I mean, we haven't seen Modal Huddle all year.
Right, and that's the second time they've gone for two out of it. I don't know if it was exactly the same play. There's two theories. You can keep something hidden, or you can put a lot on film and try to make them work on all those different things you show them.
But the more they show, how much do these guys have left in their back pockets?
I think they've got all they'll need for the kudos.
Baudette, short kick, fielded at the 15, fumbled and picked back up. There he goes. One guy to beat. Nice tackle.
Indeed it was. Touchdown saving tackle.
Number 41, one of the inside linebackers.
Corey Moore.
First and 10, Oviedo.
We still have another water break to go.
And a few more television timeouts. We play our cards right.
Much better.
First and 10 Lions from their 46-yard line. Trailing 33-7. Carbone coming near side. That pass is caught. Caught by number 12, Chase Kingsley. And he's knocked out of bounds by Brian Gregory. 2 yards on the play, brings up second down and 8.
Who, much like Wilford Taylor on offense, is going to be asked to carry the load, with the injury to Dotson. He's going to have to play.
Carbone rolling to his left. He gets hit. Pass thrown into the ground. It'll bring up third down.
Got a Lion down here about the 40-yard line.
I think Kevin McCrary took him and put him into the quarterback.
Looks like he's going to try to get up, which I hope he does.
Is it Green, the back, who was trying to protect out there?
Yeah, it is number 4.
Well, that's definitely a mismatch. 4 on 44.
Third down and 8 for the Lions from their own 48-yard line. Carbone again, he's going to be drilled. Balls on the field, no doubt, or on the ground. I'll catch myself. You guys just sit there and look pretty.
Okay.
Mainland will recover the fumble.
I think not.
Or the possession will stay with Oviedo. You guys don't need me. I'll be.
It's one or the other. Mainland did recover, or it will stay with Oviedo. You're right along those lines. It's going to
and I was right by saying there's a ball on the field.
That's true.
Yes. Yes.
And now we'll see if the Mainland, they haven't really tried a punt return tonight. Let's watch these guys. No, they're going to rush it again, and they're going to rough the kicker.
And no,
he's
they're not
going to call it.
Wow.
He didn't get rough. That was an acting job.
Now we're going to get unsportsmanlike on the coaches from Oviedo for coming out to protest the fact that their punter almost got his head taken off and nothing was called.
And it was not the head coach. I think it would be safe to say that the A1 officials are not the favorites of the visiting coaches to Municipal Stadium.
They're not the favorites of any coaches in this stadium, past or present.
Yeah. That went right to the quick right there.
That's right.
Coach Wilson wants them to make sure they got the clock stopped. They were running the clock there while there was a penalty, so we will see how this is all going to play itself out in just a moment.
Officials timeout for water. Mainland leading Oviedo 33-7. Welcome back. Mainland leads Oviedo 33-7, 6:20 remaining in this contest. Billy Gahagan, Steve Allen, and Rocky Yoakum from Municipal Stadium. Larry Kelly Field. 1st and 10. Buccaneers. Houston. Dump it off to Adrian Killens. Or Wilfred Taylor. Either one. Gain of 4 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down for the Bucks.
I'm a little surprised to see Mainland with their ones in there throwing the football with 6 minutes to go. Not critical of it, just surprised.
No doubt, given the 2 or 3 injuries to their starters.
That's a little more like it.
That's Killens on the carry.
Except I would
pick up a yard.
I'd let that guy that started the game, who did a pretty good job.
I agree.
Mack. Is that his name, Mack?
Yes, sir.
Ryan Mack.
Has he been back in the ballgame since the first quarter? There he comes in now.
You're listening, Coach.
I did not realize I had a headset directly to the coaching staff.
Straight to the staff.
Huh. I guess we'll chalk that one up because that was Fagan that came in, and Killens is still in the backfield, so that's a point against you guys. It happens.
Well,
I know.
A double pass? No.
Oh, they are.
He's wide open. And that's Fagan with a couple Lions in his face. And on the reception, it's Will Collins.
Coach, just when we're trying to, give credit to the level maybe of class, and we talked about this last week. I can tell you that goes over the line. I'm not afraid to say it. That goes over the line.
I think it's totally uncalled for.
Uncalled for.
And, if you've ever been over on that other sideline, I mean, I've made the mistake of scoring late in a game when I really wished later I had not, but it was not on a double pass.
Yep.
Hey, let's go for 2 here. Let's make it real interesting.
You're just not always going to have the better dudes, and if you've only had one job, you don't know that.
That's right.
2-point conversion is good. Mainland now leads 41-7.
I would like to be a little bird at the handshake at the end of this game.
5:20 remaining in the contest. 41-7, Mainland leading Oviedo. Onside kick?
I'll have to tell you, it was going through my mind, and I'm hoping that that's not the case.
It'd be the only way you could outdo the double pass up 33-7, whatever,
Baudette set to kick off from the 40-yard line. The best part is if they would have converted a field goal earlier or a 2-point conversion, we'd be in a running clock.
That's true.
Baudette puts his foot into it. The ball will be fielded at the 8-yard line. Mainland special teams coverage. No flags on the play. One of the players in on the stop was number 14, Tyree Bostic. Kickoff for tomorrow night is set for 7 o'clock. It'll be Seabreeze hosting Cocoa for homecoming.
It will be. Should be exciting night with all the homecoming queens and the band, the big dance planned for the weekend, and a lot of activities go around homecoming besides the football game.
Seabreeze has their work cut out for them. They lost to the same Cocoa team. Well, maybe not the same because some of the guys graduated. I know, I got it, guys. And Seabreeze had a much better team than they did last season, so it should be an interesting night for the Sand Crabs. Oviedo playing pitch and catch as the clock continues to roll. 5 minutes remaining in the contest. Now
Kevin McCrary checks out. Maybe done for the night.
I would hope.
Carbone under pressure and finally brought down. He's going to be sacked. That it is. Chikai Polite on the sack.
Craig checking back in. No, he's coming back out. Can't say enough how impressed I am with him. He's a good football player.
Second and 15 for the Lions from their 30-yard line. Carbone looking left, has a receiver. Pass in and out of the hands of Chase Kingsley. Stops the clock. And it brings up third down.
The loss of some wideouts last week in that game has been very evident tonight. There's been some balls that Carbone has put on some people in some key spots. Small windows and then kind of fit them in there, and receiver not coming up with the plays.
You just can't have that against Mainland. You got to make those plays if you're going to be in the ball game. And
Carbone rolling to his left. Keep the ball, come near side. Picks up a block, and he's finally pushed out of bounds at the 49-yard line. Pushed out of bounds by A.J. Westbrook. I think that's the first time we've said Westbrook's name.
I think you're right.
Just under 4 minutes to go. We need to thank some people. Internet engineer Charlie Williams, running the camera from high atop Municipal Stadium is Arden Gregory. The CEO of Double D Productions, Dan Discoli. These guys making it possible. First and 10. Carbone, again, under pressure. Picks up a key block. He's got room to run. Pick up the first down and a big block. Number 85, Marvin Howard.
no quitting the Lions.
No, they've battled. They've battled.
Sure would have liked to have seen this resilience a little earlier. Down 34 points, 41-7. Maurice Heedy checks into the game. Heading. Zandre McCleary on the carry. Brought down by Eltonio Benyon for the Bucks. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
15 carries, McCleary.
Oviedo will fall to 5-2 on the year. Mainland will improve to 7-0, keeping their number 1 ranking in Class 6A. New quarterback in for the Lions.
A little contact there, but no call.
Kasdan Smith. Third and 10 for the Lions. From the Mainland 34-yard line. Kasdan's pass is going to be picked off. That's Brian Gregory. He's got all kinds of running room. Pick up a few blocks along the way.
Well, the hits keep coming for the Lions.
Literally. There's an injured player on the field, it looks like. Back at about the 37-yard line.
I tell you, the
See if
Bucs
we
can
see that on the replay.
They
Sorry,
can
Coach.
ill afford another loss of a player. It's 34.
It's Nate Anderson. Here's the replay, guys.
Starts and ends with the pressure off the edge there. He's got to get rid of it.
Can't see it. Looks like he might have just gotten his bell rung because he was coming in on the side of the screen. So with 2:12 remaining, Mainland's up 41-7. Following a Brian Gregory interception. Coach Allen, Brian Gregory, his follow-up game to 2 weeks ago, much better.
Yeah, he's bounced back. He was picked on a little bit, and like I said, he's going to be along with some other Bucs that are going to have to step up if these injuries are severe as they appear as they may be, as they go down the stretch run.
New quarterback in the game for the Bucs. Cyrus Fagan.
He looked pretty good throwing that double pass.
Wholesale substitutions everywhere but the offensive line, it appears, for the Bucs. Fagan and Mack in the backfield. Mack with the ball. He doesn't get touched until about the 7-yard line.
I'd really like to see Mainland take a knee here and at least try to, recoup some credibility, perhaps.
I would too, Coach. I would too.
Fagan will keep the ball, take it down to the Oviedo 3-yard line. 110 and counting.
Victory formation. An attempt here to... They've got too many men in the backfield, I think, unless they fix that.
And that's going to do it.
No, we're going to have an illegal shift.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's going to do it. Seconds to go. And we'll snap the ball one more time because we have to. Mainland will win this game by a score of 41-7 over the Oviedo Lions. The Lions, as we said, will fall to 5-2 on the year. Mainland will improve to 7-0. Coach Allen, for what it's worth, I just think that Mainland kind of came out a little flat to start this game.
Yeah, I think that they were aware that they were the better team, and it's as much as you want to as a coach to try to convince your kids that they're not and you're going to play it this way or that way. They watch the tape. They're aware. They know what it is. And, not their best performance with 5 turnovers, but it was a performance. It was all they needed, and they got it done. You have to give them credit.
Not sure what the extent of the injuries are, but we know that Kalo Hanna has an injury. We also know that Miko Dotson was injured, and we're assuming that Kevin Gilliard was injured as well. Coach Oakham, Oviedo we kind of figured was overmatched, but they just didn't take advantage of any opportunity early.
Mainland's defense too good, too fast for them, and they just could not mount many threats here tonight.
Tomorrow night we have Cocoa High School coming to play Seabreeze for homecoming. I caught myself, that doesn't count.
It's 4.5.
Again, the final score, Mainland 41, Oviedo 7. For Steve Allen and Rocky Oakham, I'm Billy Gahagan. We'll see you tomorrow night. Good night.